Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm a staff scientist here at Science North, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about batteries and recycling batteries more specifically. Now, batteries have become a really ubiquitous part of our lives in the 21st century. I mean, we use them in everything. We use batteries in remote controls most often. We use batteries in alarm clocks, in flashlights, in our watches, in our cell phones, in our cameras. We rely on batteries in our day-to-day lives to power most all of the gadgets that we use. So here I have a few examples of different kinds of batteries. We have single-use batteries, your regular old AA batteries. We have rechargeable batteries, 9 volts, lithium batteries. Other kinds of batteries, we have lead-acid batteries, which are the oldest kind of rechargeable batteries that are still in use today. There are vented cell batteries, tons of different kinds of batteries for different uses. All of them, however, can be recycled. Now, why would we want to recycle batteries? Batteries are made of a lot of different materials that we can reuse. 25% of batteries are made of steel. So we've got a lot of steel that we can take and extract from the batteries and reuse it in other applications. Now, this saves on energy rather than extracting the components for steel out of raw materials. 60% of batteries, there's other minerals, zinc, potassium, manganese, and we can again take these and recycle them into other objects. So the world has a certain amount of finite resources. We only have a certain amount of resources, and we need to take from what we already have in order to build anew. A small component inside batteries is paper and plastic, and we can even recycle the paper and plastic inside of batteries. They get sent to an energy from waste facility. So they are used as waste, but we are able to produce energy from them. Now, another reason that we want to recycle batteries is to keep them out of our landfills. Now, batteries account for a really small percentage of all of the waste that's in a landfill, but it accounts for a really high percentage of a lot of the toxic heavy metals that you would find in a landfill site. Now, I mentioned earlier lead-acid batteries, and fortunately for us, about 98% of all lead-acid batteries are able to be recycled. We all know that lead can be really harmful to humans and also animals who may find themselves within landfill sites. All right, so how can you recycle your batteries? Here at Science North, as part of our green initiatives, we have several drop stations for your batteries. Now, most people at home, I know I certainly have a stash of batteries, and there are a few steps that you need to take before you can drop them in a drop box, and one of the things is to tape off the positive terminals. Now, this is going to prevent any short circuiting that might happen in a bin full of batteries. That wouldn't exactly be very safe. So again, we have these drop stations at Science North. Next time you come to visit, if you want to bring in your batteries, we can get them recycled and keep them out of those landfill sites. Now, what about electronics? Technology is evolving at a rapid rate, and our technologies are becoming smaller, are becoming quicker, and we're constantly replacing them. Now, this leads to one really big problem called e-waste. What exactly is e-waste? That's electronics that are either in a landfill site or electronics that people are holding on to. We really want to recycle these electronics. They're full of precious metals, which we can reuse into other objects, like more newer electronics. Now, we used to think of electronic waste in terms of household, like my house would have one old computer in it. Nowadays, we look at e-waste per individual. How many old cell phones do I personally have at home that I'm not recycling? A lot of people say that it's inconvenient to recycle. They don't know where to recycle their electronics, and all of these are barriers towards us reusing those materials. Now, it can be really easy to find a place to recycle your electronics. If you go to recycleyourelectronics.ca, then you can find a list by your postal code where different drop sites are. Now, it's really important that we get these old electronics items back and recycled so that we can use the products again. The Earth has only a finite amount of resources, and by recycling things, we can sort of alleviate some of the stress that we're putting on the planet.